People have a lot of faith and confidence in what the Masons are doing. You know, the Masons claim to be, you know, connected with God and doing different things for people.
Which each personal,
Yeah.
one of us,
Mm-hmm.
could have a relationship with God. We do not need no denomination to guide us to it. You know, the Bible is a good book, greatest book ever, which will teach you about the God. If you read it and pay attention to it, through prayer, you will learn everything you need to know about God. But if you go and just listen there and just hope the pastors tells you the truth, then you're already lost.
Oh, okay.
My people will be destroyed for a lack of knowledge. You can't just go and just expect somebody else to protect your interests. Nobody can state your claims but yourself.
Right.
You don't want to protect my interest, you want to protect your. We all have selfishness inside us. But at the same time, we need to know our rights.
But me, I'm not.
No, Charles is the more, seriously, he is the
No, but
great.
he's right. We all do have a bit of
Like little babies, you know, we do have a little selfishness inside us.
Right.
And contact us, we will help every single person to go after those bankers. It's my passion. I will not stop it. They can't kill me anywhere, so good luck to them.
All right. Well, we'll put up a number later on so people can contact you because you seem to be the expert in this. I'm just a general student, just like anybody else. Of course, I look at things from the legal aspect all the way as to how I can work within the system, even though I know that I'm fighting a system that's full of corruption.
It is.
The laws are put in place for loophole after loophole after loophole, even though, remember I was showing you another loophole where we thought we really had them over a barrel, but then when you read the language of that law, it gives them a loophole. It gives them, and one of the most powerful laws that's written is called discretionary laws. There's at least 4 different categories of law. There's statutory law, okay, or what they call Roman law. There's common law, which is kind of put in place by the people and the society in which you live, the accepted norms, and what is normally accepted is common law. Then what trumps both of those laws in our country, not in all countries, I've got to point that out very clearly because you can go to some countries and their constitution really means nothing.
Yeah.
But constitutional law here is very powerful, and it overrides statutory law and common law. If you constitutionally break a law, then in order to get someone because of a law, that law normally would be overridden or trumped out by constitutional law. But there's one law that trumps even constitutional law. What law is that? Do you all know?
Admiralty.
Well, huh?
Admiralty law.
Well, that's another one. That's a new one to me. But the ones that they use to overcome constitutional law, what do you think they are? There's two. Not admiral. I'm not talking about that one. But there's 2 laws that we know about today that override. Well, one of them that you all know. The other one is silent.
All I know is one, spiritual law. He rules every aspect of.
Now that one I'll put in addition to the admiral law, but that's not the one I'm talking about. I'm talking about the one that secular man uses. Okay. No, let me put it like this. It overrides even constitutional law. It's called case law. Okay. Mm-hmm. Case law has evidence of that overrides all laws based on the rule of estoppel. Okay, in other words, if you do one thing today, you can't do something different tomorrow.
Yep.
And so, if you waive your constitutional rights in one case, you got to be careful because you can set precedents
for the next
so that others will be forced to waive their constitutional right when they saw that it didn't bring any harm. Because constitutional law is to protect the sovereign rights of people, okay, and to enforce human rights. Okay, now there's another one that overrides that one. It's a hidden one, okay? And the reason why I'm bringing this out is because there's several ways to approach this problem of the MERS, and you have to know what you're doing too. You really can't go in there trying to guess because they'll chew you up with all of these at least these 2 laws and one is called discretionary law. Discretionary law allows room for the courts to make a decision based on their opinion. Okay, and so even if you say, well, I'm going to appeal it because they had a wrong appealing, if they wanted to, you could take it all the way to the Supreme Court, and because they own discretionary law, you are messed up because they can decide that they don't even want to hear the case, just based on the rule of discretionary law. And if they don't want to hear the case, be it justice or not, it dies. Now, but guess what?
There's a world court
there's
now.
There's another law that overrides all of that. It's called the law of the people. Okay, checks and balances. You have 3 checks and balances in this country: the judicial, the legislation, and the executive. But I always say the 4th one is the people. Okay, and that's what's happening in Libya. The people have overridden the government checks and balance when they feel that is. But the problem is that convincing the people that they have really been done in is another problem. And so that's why that rule is so powerful, because you're going to have a hard time convincing everybody in the United States to understand that the constitutional laws have been thrown out, and now all we have is anarchy. In other words, everybody's law for themselves. And in some parts of these United States, a person has to pack a gun now.
I know.
Okay, because it's not anybody's law, it's the man who's got the quickest hand. You know, like we used to do in the West. I don't care if you are running, even the sheriff had to run when he didn't have the power. Okay, because they just, boom, and he's a dead man, because it was a law of anarchy.
That's
the law of force. And so I'm just saying that I'm saying this to understand that try to study this thing from an aspect of your capacity to be able to implement it.
But I gotta ask you a couple questions. Take a look.
And we're slowly running out.
It's okay. We still got time. Can God save everybody?
No.
Okay, so if God cannot save everybody,
who believes that God can, though?
When he say he can save everybody, he's only saving his chosen. When I say chosen, he's saving those in which he has given.
Who choose to actually worship him too.
Everyone chooses to worship
everybody's not
him.
going to choose it. Everybody's not going to choose it. See, God has conditions on his salvation.
Yes, exactly.
Now, his desire
to save everybody.
is
yes,
there.
desire is there.
His desire to save. He says, it pains me to see punish the wicked.
Why would you
but
do
look,
that?
if I give you something, if I give you this water, there ain't no much water in here, and you thirsty and you don't drink it, that's on you. I can't force you to drink that water, okay? And God will not do it. He says every man must come on. Because if he did that, then he would be a tyrannical God.
We say that, but in all honesty, everyone out there who's want to serve him.
Use the word want. You can't use the word want.
Okay, well, let me
because that's a choice.
First, let me change
I'm
that.
about you, boy.
For those who are and wholeheartedly want to know him, understand this: he will choose you. You can't choose him.
But listen, no, wait.
You can't choose him.
Wait.
Yeah,
you can't
you have to choose first.
You have to choose. That's the only way you can be saved. He said, choose ye this day whom ye will serve.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, and see, the power was in, God gave the power to you. He empowered you. Now, his capacity to save you is unlimited. Okay?
When I say
because
he'll choose you,
we got a live one here.
Because for one, those of them that he gave the Holy Spirit to and the truth, those are the ones that he have chosen. Now, for those that got kicked out of heaven, those are the same ones that won't humble to them. They were not humble to him.
I think I agree
that's
with you
why
to the sense.
He chose. He'll choose you.
But see, God chooses, and I'm put it like this: God chooses the ones
It's in your
Yeah,
book.
he believed.
It's in your Bible. He say, "You have not chosen me."
Well, that's again the chosen. But those ones who choose him, that's a different story.
He
I have
chooses
chosen
those that
Yes.
that he knows the condition of their hearts, that they will choose him.
Yes, exactly.
In the end, that's the way God works. He knows that. We don't know who's chosen him. Like the thief on the cross, we didn't know that he chose God until the limelight was on him, and and he was given that position to be chosen. But see,
He chose him.
the thing is that God has chosen us all to be saved. Okay, we were not born to die, but many of us have rejected God, and those that have rejected, he said, let those that are filthy remain filthy.
Yes,
let those
exactly.
that are holy remain holy. I come, and when that happens, those that didn't choose,
Yeah,
they're gonna be like we say on the other side when we was with the bulls, man.
Yep. There's another
Bye. Okay, but anyway.
question to you again. So now
We
we
got
all
about
kind of, I know.
3 minutes.
So
let's
we
just
all
squeeze it
becomes believers in God for a
Mhm.
simple reason, because we really do not want to pay for all the sins we have done.
Mhm.
Correct?
Correct.
That is one of the our selfishness reasons. Why do we? Because we fear God, and fear is actually beginning of God's wisdom, and because we don't want to pay for what we have done. And this is something very interesting, because many people say, how are you going to get the mortgage free and clear, man? Well, how are you going to get salvation free and clear? Because you paid for it. You already bailed them out. So do not feel bad for going after some crooks. Truth will out. That's a maxim of the law. Truth came out right now. If you study, if your lawyer study, if your attorney will study, they will find out the truth. We're not making stuff up, we're just presenting the evidences. And for you, you have to do your own due diligence to learn this stuff.
Okay.
And just don't think when somebody comes up, you don't want to pay for something what you have done. It's not bad, it's actually here. So...
Well, our key word today is, and always is, belief. Faith without works is dead. So therefore, if you really want to understand some of the stuff, and if you believe in what we're saying, then you work towards discovery yourself, okay? If you need any help, we're here for you. You'll be able to contact our Friends of Justice. We're working on an updated website. We want you to look at the future shows. Justice begins
YouTube.
with God, and then it comes down to man. Man has been ordained to follow the two great commandments: love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, with all thy soul, and with all thy might. And the second one is likened unto it: love thy fellow man as thyself. On these hang all the law and the prophets, which we break down into 10. And you know what those are, okay? The 10 commandments. And from those break into a smaller paradigm that says, follow this. We have to be specific, because the human brain is so complex and so creative that God has to spell it out for some folk so that they understand. But we hope that you have learned something from this meeting today. And so this is Charles LeBlanc with Friends of Justice, For God Productions, real people with real answers, signing off and saying, I'll see you next time, and I'll let the rest of them give the last goodbye for today.
All goodbye for today. Let you goodbye.
My goodbye is, remember one thing: if you don't know, ask the question.
Yes.
And what you gotta say? You got 30 seconds.
My good thing is, look out for the Fillmore show that's coming out. It's fire. You're gonna have to be fire to even get in on it.
Well said, well
Yep.
put, well done. And goodbye, and may God bless you.
God bless you.